We did. We had our meeting yesterday, as you're well aware, and I believe you've gotten a response from the city. It's a little disappointing, to say the least. 30 years ago, we are celebrating our 30th year. Actually, it's our 31st year because of last year, but we're actually recognizing and celebrating our 30th year this year. 30 years ago, these two cities shared the Mardi Gras events, the parades, if you will. And understanding and realizing that the city of Shreveport is under the constraints that they are. And like you stated, you were spot on. At the encouragement of Mr. Perkins, he asked us to reach out to the city of Bossier for some assistance.
Okay, wait. Now, wait, you did that. Who was in the room yesterday? Can you share?
Well, the mayor and three of his council members, and Miss Nottingham, the CAO, I believe the young lady that was seated at the end, and I can't recall her name, but she was Mr. Chandler's personal assistant.
Crew of Gemini folks too?
They were there, and we were there, and that was it.
How long was the meeting?
It was probably about an hour and a half, I would say. The mayor had a previous engagement he had to get to, so but he did give us the time necessary to
And at the end of the conversation, Mr. Tommy looked at you and said, "Boys, thanks for coming, but..."
They're unable to help us out this year.
Okay, I got a statement. I'm going to read it real quick because people haven't, you and I know the statement from Bossier, but nobody's heard it yet. Here is the statement released from Bossier Mayor Tommy Chandler this morning. After much deliberation and discussion, the administration and city council agree that it is not in the best interest of the citizens of Bossier to host Mardi Gras parades in 2022. Given the time constraints, public safety, and budgetary concerns could not be adequately addressed. Talks were left open for future seasons. The city of Bossier appreciates the crew's understanding and look forward to future discussions.
Mr. Corky, did you feel like they had already made their decision when the meeting started?
Robert, I'm not in a position to play the political football. I don't know what was discussed. We submitted our letter probably at the end of August. I believe Captain Ricky submitted that letter and request to Mayor Chandler. It's just taken this long to get time to sit down with him. All along, he assured us that he was discussing the matter with public officials, police, fire, city council members, his administration. And we weren't apprised of those discussions. We don't know what those discussions entailed. We don't, all we can, tell you is that when we met yesterday, we were told that at the onset, actually, we had much discussion after the fact, but Mr. Chandler was upfront and honest with us and told us their position, at the very start of the meeting. So, did
you get the impression, Corky, that this was Chandler's opinion of himself, or was it his opinion because council members kind of said, it's too soon for us to pull this one off?
Absolutely not. I believe Mayor Chandler is 100% on board with working with us. In fact, Mr. Chandler has committed to sitting down with Mayor Perkins and furthering our discussions and offering his assistance in ways to host the Mardi Gras parades for us this year. So that's the next move. Is we are. Mr. Chandler is going to schedule a meeting with Mayor Perkins later for next week sometime. We're assured that will happen next week, and we'll go from there.
Excuse me, Corky, just to clarify what you just said, did I hear you correctly that in your mind that it's the city council members that were in the meeting, the Bossier City Council members in that meeting were the ones who did not want the parade and Mr. Tommy did?
No, sir. I wouldn't. No, I'm not going to. I mean, those are your words, and no. I'm just saying that Mayor Chandler, who our request was addressed to, wants, and I feel his willingness to want to work with us is very genuine.
And what was the reasons they gave that they didn't want you this year?
Well, one of the issues that they feel is a matter of concern is the Parkway, and recently, for example, the booking of Reba McEntire for the 26th, which would affect the Crew of Gemini's parade and utilization of the Parkway. We drafted a proposed, route, if you will, that we felt like that this Crew of Centaur could accomplish with the assistance of the city, which utilizes the Parkway. But one of the talking points was the venue at CenturyLink. Is their bookings? It was explained to us that their bookings are very heavy during the months of February and March time frame, which would always be an issue, according to the city. Some of the city officials that were in the meeting yesterday, that it would always be an issue trying to work around the arena's bookings, if you will.
What was your route? What was your route proposal? Was it starting at the Brookshire Grocery Arena, going to where, and then how to get into Shreveport? What was the plan?
So, knowing that the Brookshire's Arena would be somewhat of an issue, we actually took that out of play. Our plan, or our wishes, were to stage at the Walker Place in City Park next to the arena. We had no intent, no wishes to utilize the parking lot and or arena grounds per se at all. The concern from the city's perspective is traffic in and out of the area for events at the arena.
Pardon me, Mr. Corky. One more quick question because we got to run. Appreciate your time. So where are you now? Are you optimistic? It seems to me that if the mayor of Shreveport sent you to Bossier, that he certainly has his reservations about your parades. What do you do now? Where are you? What's your time frame?
Robert, I guess if I had an opinion, and and it's no secret at this point, it all involves budgets, the money. And we feel like, that's not an issue because of the economic impact that these two parades bring to the table. Asking us to come out of our pockets to fund overtime pay for any city services on either side of the river is disastrous. That would raise, these Mardi Gras crews are completely funded 100% by the members of the organization. It's an anonymous gift back to the community at no cost of any of the taxpayers. We have to do this in concert with city officials. This is the only event that these Mardi Gras crews put together every year that has to have help from the local community.
So excuse us, Aaron's got one quick one, and Corky, I think we have the same question.
Corky, the question here is, if the mayor sticks to his guns and is requiring you guys to pay for security to the tune of $100,000, is the Crew of Centaur parade in jeopardy?
Are you going to happen?
We would be in jeopardy. We cannot afford that. We're a not-for-profit organization. Therefore, our books are very near zero every year, every fiscal year, unless money is allocated for future, endeavors such as new floats or upgrades to our property or something. That money's just not there.
Think Gemini would tell us the same thing?
I'm certain they would.